Hi there, I'm Charlene Dagan, and welcome back to 5 Minutes of Family History. It's been a really long time, but I am super excited to jump back into family history now that things are a little bit more consistent. And I think that this new year is a really great time to start. For those of you that are new to the channel, I believe that doing family history should be fun and enjoyable, and I think that you can do it in as little as 5 minutes a day. So each week, I share with you 5 minutes of my personal favorites about family history, and then give you assignments that can be completed in 5 minutes a day that will help you learn more and progress in your own family history. I personally like to combine my 5 minutes a day into one 30-minute block that I do one day a week. This allows me to go more in depth in my learning and in my progress with my family history work. So I encourage you to consider being very intentional about how you use your 5 minutes a day so that it meets your learning needs and the goals of what you're trying to accomplish in your family history work. That little 5 minutes of time per day actually adds up to more than 30 hours in a year, so you'll be accomplishing amazing things with your family history work when you set that time aside for yourself. This year, my goal is to help you each become family history detectives. So each week we'll be using our 5 minutes to have a mini family history detective training institute with the goal of each of you becoming specialized in an area of family history investigation that brings you joy. This week, to get you started, I want you to identify which characteristics you have that help you think like a detective. Over the years, I'm sure you've read detective novels or you've seen TV shows or movies with detectives. Who are some of your favorite detectives that you've met over the years? Was it Sherlock Holmes, Poirot, Petrovic, Father Brown? Was it Jessica Fletcher, Monk, Nancy Drew, the Hardy Boys, Miss Marple, Easy Rawlins? Maybe it was Dick Tracy or Clouseau, Encyclopedia Brown, or even Timmy Failure, or countless others. Now that you've identified your favorite detective, what were some of the characteristics they possessed that made them successful at being a detective? Likely you'll find that each of these is an investigator who collects information to solve mysteries. They talk to witnesses and informants, collect physical evidence, and they search records and databases. They remain objective, use their intuition, and are persistent and dedicated. Detectives possess a keen attention to detail and observation skills. They have the ability to talk to people, a positive attitude and tenacity, the ability to think outside the box and identify patterns and piece information together. Likewise, in family history, we collect information a little at a time to piece together and solve the mystery of our family history line. This is much like putting together a puzzle without having the box lid to show us the picture in advance. Instead, like a detective, it requires us to talk to witnesses and informants who are relatives older than us, collect physical evidence, which are things like photos and journals, and search records and databases, which are land and military records or birth, marriage, and death records, and to gather evidence piece by piece in order to put together the picture of our ancestors' existence. In books, movies, and TV shows, the famous detectives have all the necessary skill sets to be brilliant detectives. However, as a family history detective, we use our collective skill sets and work together and combine our talents to solve mysteries. So this week, I have 2 assignments for you to complete. First, I would like you to get caught up or refresh yourself on some of the previous topics that we've covered. This will actually help you with your second assignment, which is to identify which detective traits you possess and which family history activities most align with your strengths and interests. Are you obsessed with photography? Do you love learning cultural traditions? Are you a foodie? Then maybe collecting physical evidence is your specialty detective area. Do you love talking to people and listening to their stories or planning parties? Then maybe talking to witnesses and informants is for you. Do you love to travel? Maybe collecting physical and cultural evidence from a city where your ancestors once lived is your area. Do you love to learn about history and you love all the little tiny details? Then maybe searching records and recording information and facts speaks to you. Do you love to write? Then maybe documenting the facts and evidence is your area of expertise. I hope you have fun identifying your personal detective strengths and traits this week. So that's it for this episode. You've actually completed your first 5 minutes of family history for this new year. I hope this gives you a jump start to your year. Look for clues in upcoming videos on how you might do a little family history detective work in your area of expertise. I hope you have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you soon.